I'm Ananda, and this is invitations from Spirit. And this information is for the week commencing the 2nd of February 2026. So I'm using a deck, and it is Soul Freedom Energy Card Deck, to gain information about the invitations which Spirit has for us for this week. So we'll see whether it's going to be 1 or 2 or 3 cards. I have the deck here, and just set the intention for us to be aware, for it to be clear and concise and pertinent for us this week, so that we are just given a map, I suppose, and information on that map so that we can navigate our lives in a graceful, peaceful, loving, and compassionate and creative way. So I'm just going to shuffle. I'm getting that it's 1 card again. So previously it's been 3 cards, but perhaps 1 is sufficient. And I've cut the deck, and it's the right side which is chosen. I'm cutting them into 2 again. Left side and right side. Okay, now down to 4 cards. It's this card, and it is divine timing. So I have a feeling February, according to the astrologers, this month, and it's the start of the eclipse season, and I'm sure that we will be also coming into Mercury retrograde quite soon. It's about 3 or 4 times a year, and I always forget, but it's quite a good idea to be really aware of these cycles, because otherwise, again, it's like a map, so that you know that that it's not during Mercury retrograde, it's not usually a good time to be signing contracts. You have to be careful about communication, whether it's electronic communication or travel. So it is good to be mindful, and also that old things might return. Exes might turn up, or things that we thought we dealt with previously may return, just for us to have a look at it again. So, but it's eclipse season, so we're coming into eclipses. I think there will be a new moon on the Chinese New Year, which falls on the 17th of February, and I think that's a solar eclipse. And then 2 weeks later into March, at the start of March, because February is a short month, at the start of March, there will be a lunar eclipse. They come in pairs because of the positioning of the sun and the moon and the earth. Yeah, so divine timing. So the timing now is the time to really connect with ourselves. I'm really getting that. It's really time to have a good look. We've just completed the full moon, which was on the 1st. So we have about 2 weeks till the new moon. And so it is a good time to connect. Really, really make time to connect. I'm going to be very busy this week as well, but it's going to be important to connect this week, to gain clarity, to get into the energy of what we really want to be, what we want to express, how we want to be, the meanings behind what being is, or what we are, who I am, who am I, and what do I want my world to be like. So in the US, we have stories of these ice patrols going around, and then on the other hand you have the Buddhist monks doing their peaceful. So you have a complete, the 2 faces being held up, and we also need to choose, which do we want to feed in ourselves? What do we want to see? What do we want to feel and see in the world? And it starts with us. I think Gandhi was the one who said, be the change you want to see in the world. And it's divine timing. It's now. Now is a good time to really connect and decide and then take action. Or if you find that it is difficult to be peaceful and there's a lot of anger or hate, get some help. It's okay. We all feel it at some point. But if you feel that it's crowding your judgment, it's taking over your life, get some help. There are lots of people who can help you with that. Okay? And it's all right. We all need help. And sometimes many of us feel peaceful, and then sometimes we feel like we want to thump someone. And it happens. It's just whether you really go ahead and thump someone and get into trouble and hurt someone, or whether you manage to stop. But then there needs to be the steps taken to resolve why there is that anger. And it's usually something within us, perhaps something within us that we cannot accept, or we don't like, or treatment that we receive which we feel very, very resentful towards. Okay, so we're really also being asked to be compassionate to ourselves, and by doing that, to be compassionate to others as well. Take care of yourself. Yes. Focus. Yes. Yeah. Stop being distracted. That's for me. Stop being so distracted. Stop avoiding looking at things. Stop avoiding asking yourself some questions and getting some answers. Their answers, are very clear now. And then you can use this time to build up towards the new moon, creating your intentions for the eclipse, which is like a restart. And then you find that you may be able to dive into that in a much sort of smoother and easier way. And you may also find that the synchronicities abound, and it is much, it's just effortless then. It just needs the decisions and actually doing it, getting into doing your meditation, tuning in, connecting, going into nature, doing a walking meditation, doing a meditation in nature, just listening to the birds, listening to the rustling of the wind. It's so muddy. I'm going clomp, 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 okay? It's soft and muddy, but that's okay. That's just what it's like in the Northern Hemisphere, in the UK at the moment. Well, in London at least. It's lots of water, which is good for the garden. It's just a bit mucky. So I will read you the synopsis. This brilliant thing about this deck, it's concise. Suggests an intention, gives you the key energy and what the message is. So Donnie, thank you very much. So the intention is trust the sacred flow of your journey and know all is aligned for your highest good. Yeah. Key energies are patience, faith, and surrender. The message is trust in the divine timing of your life. Know that everything unfolds perfectly for your highest good. As you surrender to the flow of your journey, embrace patience and have faith that all is aligned in ways you may not yet see. This is a sacred time. That's the cat snoring. You're always guided and supported, with each moment bringing you closer to your soul's purpose. Okay? And the cats know how to live. They're awake when they're fully awake and aware when they wake up. And they're yoga masters. Their stretching is amazing and their reach is amazing. And some dogs as well. But they really, she's just behind me. They really do know how to live. And for them, they're in sacred flow all the time. So you may find that it would be a good idea as well to perhaps to tune into which animal spirit might be a pertinent one to learn from. Yeah, because animals unless they're very traumatized, they're always in the present moment. Okay, they're always in the present moment, and we need to do that even more now so that we do not get shaken off our core by all sorts of news. Okay, so I hope that this was useful. Have a wonderful week. Patience, faith, and surrender. But what just an amazing time to connect. Okay, really connect, because now is the time. Right, so thank you very much. I hope that's useful for you. Do subscribe if you'd like to be informed once I upload these videos, which are usually every week. And I hope you have an amazing week, and that this brings you insight, lots of joy, and that there's a lot of kindness around it too. Okay, namaste, and bye for now.